Hello everyone, excuse me, welcome back to Journal with Me number 2. I'm hoping that the first two videos that I did for this page, I'm hoping that I've learned how to join them together so they're now only one video, and that I can do the same with this, because working in 10-minute bursts is not ideal. Anyway, we're going to have a go at this page today. I'm going to make a start now. It's quite early in the morning, so you have to excuse my voice. I did a little bit more, I can't actually really remember, but I've done a bit more, a little bit border, a few dots here and there just to finish that page off. And now we're going to try and do a bit of napkin decoupage over here. So I already showed you the last time how I separated the napkin, so that I've literally only got the really thin top layer, and I'm going to tear down here. I've put my non-stick mat underneath, because we're going to use, well, normally I use matte medium for this, the Claudine Helmuth matte medium. Sorry, I've gone out of focus, out of shot. But I'm going to try this Collage Porge Tracy Batista, and it's Aleene's, made by Aleene's, who do the tacky glue, which I quite like to use. So we'll just see. I have a feeling I want this bottom edge to be raggedy, so I'm going across here. So we're going to go into this corner, and I've got just a little bit of writing still showing under there, but that doesn't, I'm not too bothered about that. Sorry, I've lost my thread already of what I was saying. So talking about the wrinkly page, I think it might wrinkle the page. If it does, I'm not too bothered. We'll just see what happens. So I'm going to use it like I would use the matte medium. I haven't read any instructions, so I have no idea if this is correct. So I would put a layer of glue on my page, put my napkin down. Normally I would get over the top of this, but I can't because of the, also trying to protect my other page as best I can. So I'm just laying that down, and then taking another layer of the glue. Oh, I don't know if you heard that. That was my stomach rumbling. I haven't had any breakfast yet. So this is going over the top. I'm being quite gentle. It might, I don't know whether it looks as if I'm being gentle, but I am being quite gentle. It's a really, really soft brush. But I want to get a good coat over the whole thing. And we will need to let this dry, which is why I want to do this in 2 bits again. I think one of the frustrating things about mixed media and journaling and making anything really is the drying time. Okay, so can you see how that's sort of melded into the page down here? You can see a little bit of the old writing that I'd made notes with underneath, and obviously a little bit here, but we'll cover that up. And we'll just see how that dries. I think I'm going to let it dry naturally. We'll give it a go. We'll see how that goes, because I think I better go and have some breakfast in a minute anyway. So I'm smoothing that a little bit with my fingers. The trouble with doing it with your fingers is that you're likely to tear the napkin. I don't particularly like that green bit there, but I think we'll cover that up. Now what I've got to put on this page are a couple of photographs that I've printed off on my Canon selfie printer and then cut them down even further. And if any of you have watched my other videos, you'll see that this is a picture of the latest journal, the last journal that I did, the one that was inspired by Joyce Kerr's. I really liked how it turned out, although it was a little bit different from what I usually do, and it did create quite a lot of interest. People seemed to like it, and they also seemed to like this tag, as I did. This also turned out lovely, and this was inspired by a Pinterest picture, and I couldn't find out who that original artist was. I think it's possible that it was somebody who is on social media as Shabby Soul, but I don't really know. I'm hoping it is and that I've credited her with that. But anyway, I'm going to mount these photographs. I'm going to pop them on this page here with the lilac. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to mount them yet, but I will probably use this paper again because I used it here for one of them. And to sort of see how I do that, I just kind of hold things up really. Depends whether I want to make this picture the focal point or actually this little one. And I might make it, maybe not. At the moment, that seems the obvious way to do it to me, to balance the page out, because I'm trying to make this journal pretty-ish, a little bit pretty. I'm trying to tone in the 2 pages to a degree. So we've also got some other papers which would tone in, and it may be that some green would look better, and immediately I think it probably would, so I'll probably use the green with maybe just a little touch of this on one side. So I'm going to finish this video here because I want this to dry before we carry on. Also, it'll need to be absolutely dry before I try to write. I may not try to write over it, but if I wanted to write over it, it would need to be absolutely stone dry, whatever the word is, baked dry. Otherwise it's going to ruin any pen that I use. And looking at this, I quite like how I've not used it before. I quite like how that's looking. It's really matte at the moment, which is what I like. So we'll come back soon. Sorry, I'm rambling a bit. We'll come back soon and finish this particular page off, and then we will have hopefully quite a nice spread on here and the first 2 pages in my new junk journal. Thank you.